Hello, everyone, and welcome to the commentary cut of Americana Banana, a film entirely made out of green screen objects, inanimate objects. Let's watch this thing. Where is enter full screen? So yeah, that is the opening music to The Room. I think The Room is genuinely one of the best films ever made. I'm not kidding. Um, I like. I don't know. Tommy Wiseau is just an interesting guy, and The Room is Tommy Wiseau's life's work. So and everybody just dumps all over it, and it's like, this movie sucks. But it's like, if he could be appreciative of something that everybody hates, why can't I? You know. I really hope this isn't coming off as pretentious. I want you to enjoy this experience and one of the thousands of other cuts on this website. So it's your choice. Mm. So so background noises. There's no talking. There's no music. There's no backgrounds. You're left with these objects. I wanted to put backgrounds with the green screens, but then I decided it would be more symbolic of putting the emphasis on these objects if I just left the background alone and just gave them sort of this green screen to detract the attention away from anything other than just these objects, which mostly carries for just this director's cut. I have a little bit of the other cuts are there to just sort of have fun and just play around and experiment with everything, because like the main reason why there's like all these cuts of all these films is just because there's so much content on this website, just hours and hours of videos. You're not gonna watch the majority of these, I would imagine, but just yeah. I was watching Cat Dog because '90s cartoons are cool. Yeah. So I'm sort of setting up this narrative here of all these things happening. And you can come up with your own interpretation of what is happening, if anything's even happening to begin with. Sort of my idea is, here's this banana. This banana's friend, the avocado, has been killed off by the Advil, and then the banana is just like war ridden or whatever, and he's just like, I'm gonna drink myself some whiskey. That's Coca-Cola, because why not, Because I want all the whiskey buffs out there to tell the difference. He's not drinking whiskey. He's not drinking Jack Daniels. He's drinking Coca-Cola. Mm. Red Bull. It's really great. These are all just common household items. There wasn't really any. The film. See, I wanted to do the bananas because the film is called Americana Banana, and while bananas are wholesome, they're good. You eat them, and they just sort of make sense. Avocado is the best friend because in a way, an avocado is let me put it this way: if a dog can be a man's best friend, then an avocado can be a woman's best friend. Does that make sense? No. All right, then I'm no, I'm just playing around. But no, I thought it would be like an interesting sort of um opposition to have the Advil be the enemy and to create this like sort of, well, everything's backwards anyway, so why not have the thing that's supposed to help you get better be the bad guy? And the salt is just the salt is the salt. The salt is the henchman. It gets in your eyes, it salts up your food, it raises your cholesterol. Maybe it's a statement. Maybe it's a statement on medicinal companies. Who knows? But it's just the way I see it. That's sriracha. And that is a paper towel because I was not going to get sriracha on my green screen. Okay? It's a perfectly usable green screen. And now we cut to the big finale. The Advil is going to get his comeuppance. I love that shot. If I had, I kind of thought to myself, what is my favorite? What's the one film that I like out of all these? And I think the answer to that would be the Americana Banana Spanish cut. And here's why. The Spanish guitar in the background kind of makes the film feel more foreign, more avant-garde, more unorthodox, and the background noises and the sounds and everything are edited out. It's just Spanish guitar, and I love those little bits where I pulled up this big giant sort of playlist of Spanish music on YouTube, and I was just surprised with how well some of the cues just kind of lined up on their own with some of the things going on. Like I think there's like where the bananas sort of like fall into frame with that. There's like a da-da-da or something like that, but I mean, hey, it works. I was judging whether or not to edit over the sound with that, like the breathing, the music, Now, see, the bartender is dead. I forgot to mention this, but in my mind, in my head, the container of wet wipes was a bartender, which made sense. Yeah, honestly, I don't know if anyone else is interpreting the story in their own way, but this was just sort of my interpretation. You're able to make the story however you want, but the only true story to these events are in the minds of the objects themselves. Now, of course, I have this whole description on the back about, well, this is about blah, 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 blah. And I have all this stuff going on here because this is just sort of my way of interpreting something that has an open-ended sort of concept. I hope all of this makes sense. I feel like my thoughts are, if you look inside my head, my thoughts are just like an office desk with like papers and folders stacked up together, and everything's just like sliding and falling off, and the desk just falls apart, and the whole building just like, yeah. I love Friends. Well, there you have it, the commentary cut to Americana Banana. Thank you for listening.